Hi, my name is Alina, and today I am doing a WIP walkthrough. So WIP stands for work in progress, if you didn't know. And these are basically projects that aren't done or still in progress, that you just left to the side, lost sight of, ignored. And then I also go through my finished objects to see whether I will frog some of them, because they are technically still WIPs, because I wasn't sure if I was going to keep them. But we're going to go through, see what we can frog, what we can finish, and what we can fix. So I do have a pretty long list of projects, so I just get started, I'd say. We have a bit ahead of us. Yeah, it's not gonna be pleasant for me, but I think it's gonna be good for my storage and in long term for my brain. I have about, oh god, 15 of these, so we'll just get into that. Now the first thing we're doing is getting rid of this WIP. This is made out of cotton and it's supposed to be a cut out top, and it just needs some sewing up and a closure. So that is probably one of the quickest projects today. Then our next project is this. It was supposed to be a cardigan, worked from here, around here, all in one. And I chose this lace pattern. And I think it looks really nice, really good, all twisted stitches. But I also think the back looks really neat. But it's not working out the way I wanted to. So we are frogging this. It was attached to this yarn that is just cut. So this should be about 2 balls worth of yarn. And I'll have to find another project for that. So that is getting frogged.
Ich hab keine passende Haare, sag jetzt mal. Okay. Und dafür kommt das sieht irgendwie komisch aus. Ja, Sophia, hast du andere Haare? Ja.
And next there is this halter top, which I also have as a work in progress, a whip. And I just need to find one of the needles will fit. No, that's... So I did buy this set recently, and so far it's really paid off. It's worked really well because it has stitch markers in it as well and a tape measure. But what I need to do on this is basically just sew it up. And I think this will be my next project that is going to be unraveled. This was supposed to be a blanket. I started 5 or 6 years ago actually, because I was so bored. I just saw a crochet hook and 2 skeins of yarn, or 4 I guess. These are 4 different colors, and just started a really long panel. And this is a bit because it was a really weird time in my life, because we had kind of, it was around COVID, so, and then we had like the flu or something, and I was hiding in my room, and then to avoid getting it, and then I got it anyway, and since then I haven't touched this or anything. So I think it might be good to unravel it, so I don't have to look at it again. And I think after 5 years all potential germs are out. I'm pretty sure there's no way. I hope so. So this should be getting unraveled, and I should be getting some more yarn. Our next work in progress is going to be this petrol hoodie that I was going to make. I made it. Right now I'm missing a sleeve. I'm not sure where it is, but I did make it around Christmas, and it got never put together. I just left it there. I didn't sew it up anything. Not sure why. But this is my favorite yarn, and I think I'll have a better use for it that I get more wear out of. And I can always just knit this again. But this fabric is really gorgeous and it's really nice. It feels a lot thicker than I remember. But this is getting frogged. And if I ever happen to find my second sleeve, that will be getting frogged as well. Now my next two projects I'm going to finish off camera. And first we're going to start with this one. This is a hoodie, a jacket. And all I have to do is just sew some buttons on. And I'm going to use these dark blue reflective ones. And then this is the next project. It's a linen stitch top, and I just need to add some length and my cutout and ribbing onto this. And I think this is going to go by really quickly, but I'm making these two into their own separate videos. So I think I'm going to do these off camera. And these are made with quite chunky needles, 6.5mm, because of the linen stitch. Gives it just a really nice and light drape. But that's what I'm going to do with this. So both of these are in the finish pile. So this is my next, and I think second to last. Maybe I have some more. We'll see what I find. But this is my next project. I have a sleeve to finish and I'm trying to think. I think I'll do an edge on the fronts. So I'm just trying to see how much I have left over here on my sleeve. And this has actually been my longest running work in progress. This is almost a year old. Like, I think next month this is going to turn a year old. So I would like to get it finished. And I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't want to frog it because the yarn was already frogged before. And I'm a bit worried about it going just a bit too fluffy to do something with. And recently, like in the middle of the night, because that's what I do when I'm up late, I was thinking a bit. And I thought I could make this into some kind of like open bomber jacket or something. I love those kind of jackets. They're really easy to throw on. Either those or hoodies, which I've been making a lot of. So this time I'm making it a bomber jacket. And this should be really quick. I should be able to get this done today. So this is my next project in my finish pile. And now our, I think it's the last project, is this bag. So as you can see, it's pretty much finished, but I do still need to sew in a bit of the zipper, but I ran out of my sewing thread, which I forgot was possible because I've had this spool for years. But the only part I need to do is short my strap. It's a bit too long for my taste, for what I want, but since it's Tunisian crochet, I think I'll just go and put a lifeline somewhere in here, then cut it, unravel it up to a certain point, and then figure out a way to join it, because I'm not feeling like going down here, undoing everything. I already have all of my ends woven in. I am finishing this, and I am going to basically perform sweater surgery on her back. So I have this stitch holder here, and I'm thinking I'll just use this and just go somewhere in between over here, if it will let me, of course. This yarn is rather scratchy, coarse, so I think I'll do about this long. Yeah, that's a good height.